Let's get straight into it. If you're trying to get ahead with a lower income, and let's say lower income is from 20,000 to like 60,000 after taxes, depending on where you live and how much your expenses are. It really depends on all that too, but the principles and everything kind of go hand in hand with wherever you're at. First thing you got to do is understand that it will take time and that you will have to sacrifice. Let's get that out the way. Now that you have accepted that and you're ready to actually like focus up and lock in on this, what you need to do is, this month is almost over. I want you to go back into that account and see where every dollar went and categorize it. Expenses that are necessities, fun, bullshit, savings, investments, like little things like that. You know what I'm saying? And you got to really write it all out and really understand where each one of your dollars is going. And when you do that, you got to figure out where you can cut back on, where you need to be at a certain month to be able to comfortably invest a certain amount for your future and enough to have on the side saved up. You get what I'm saying? But the main thing of that is just to see where every single dollar is going and cut back if you need to cut back on certain things. Because if it's not a necessity, or if you're overspending on groceries or overspending on going out to eat or overspending on gas or certain little things like that, there's things that you can cut back on, and that's where it will start, just cutting back. And when you cut back, what you need to do, if you don't have it already, is form that emergency fund. I really like to say like 6 months of an emergency fund, but like 3 to 6 months is perfect. My number that I like is $10,000. I'm not there yet. I'm working towards that right now. But have a emergency fund that is only for emergencies, not for you to go buy something that you've been wanting to buy that's a little bit more expensive. No, none of that. Just straight up for emergencies. And once you have that emergency, instead of contributing to that emergency fund, now you're going to be contributing to your retirement accounts or to a brokerage account. Ideally, retirements, because the tax advantages that you get from that will definitely benefit you more in the long run. But me personally, I also like to just invest in a brokerage, just because I like having that money there, knowing that I can pull it out before the age of like 60, 65, 59 and a half, whatever it is. That's just me personally too. And then once you have that system and once you have that consistency going with that nice emergency fund, you cut back on these expenses, is the next and the hardest step probably, and the step I'm currently in right now. And that step is to find, create, and maintain another steady form of income, whether it be getting a second job. And I've been that route, and that route honestly is a little painful, a little fun in ways too though, because when you see that money hit the account and it's not in you, because if you're used to, like I was used to getting like, how much was I getting at the time, like close to 3,000 a month, right? Then I started up at the factory at that time back then, right, when I first started there. And then I started doing Amazon, and then Amazon I was working a lot of hours too. I was working like 7 to 10 hours a day. That wasn't even making much. I was making like $23 an hour, right? But that overtime was kicking in, and I was making an extra like 2,000 on top of that 3,000 I was making. And that extra $2,000 went straight to the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because that other paycheck was covering all the bills and expenses really, and then this extra paycheck was straight up just for savings, which leads me to this. I was putting it away, investing a little bit, of course, but then I had a little bit of extra money where you're able to take a risk. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's something that you're passionate about in a business, or whether it's something that you've done research on and you feel like it's the next big stock or whatever it is, it doesn't really matter, man. Because if you have your emergency fund and you're funding these retirement accounts and your brokerage accounts, saving up for the future and all that, letting your money compound and all these different things, and you work your ass off with a second job or creating a bigger source of income, whether it's moving up through your job or getting a second one, starting a business, freelance work, flipping there's a whole lot of things you can do. And this advice really applies to those of us that want to like really move forward in life and really create something. Because if you enjoy your job and you're able to live comfortably and contribute decently to those retirement accounts and those brokerage accounts, and you don't need more from that, from yourself or from anything, then you can literally ride that out, man, and you'll have a beautiful retirement and a beautiful life. Nothing wrong with that. But for those of us that want a little bit more, or just find excitement in pursuing more, then that's where that second source of income or increasing your income comes in. So then that you're able to not only just invest more, how I'm saying, but to take those opportunities, man. Because a lot of these opportunities that you will need to jump on or want to take to then grow even further require capital, man. And you will only be able to save so much when you only have a set income, man. Because if you have a set income of $2,000 a month, let's say, right, and your expenses are $1,500, all you have left is that $500. And that's only if you don't even buy yourself some shoes or go out or whatever. So even if you do that, then that $500 you have left will turn into like $200, let's say, right? And then those $200, what are you gonna do with those $200? You could either save those or invest those, or who knows what you will do with those. But if you do nothing with those and you just let them sit there and be like, okay, next month I'll have $400, then emergency comes up. If you don't have an emergency fund, then that $200 is gone on top of all that. You see what I'm saying? And then you gotta eat into, like, you get in that cycle. That's where the emergency fund comes in. And then that's where increasing your income comes in. Because if you have a set income, you will only be able to put away so much. You get what I mean? And little by little, though, you will see it compound and grow, and that's beautiful too. But if you're trying to take it a step further, man, getting that second source of income and being able to save and invest more, and then have that capital on the side to jump on an opportunity when it presents itself, or when you go out of your way and build that opportunity yourself, is a necessity in its own way. And it will really help you push forward, man. It'll help you get ahead, especially with low income, man. Because with low income, it's hard, man. And like, rent is expensive, groceries are expensive, gas is expensive, everything's freaking expensive, man. And doing it with a low income like that will be really hard, but it will take time, and you can do it though. But you can push it that much further by creating or obtaining another source of income. And that's really what I'm stressing right now, because that's really what I'm personally trying to build right now. You know what I'm saying? I do want a second form of income right now. I don't have two jobs right now. I have one, which is nice because it gives me time to pursue my passions and pursue my own personal business. And one of those really is making YouTube videos, because that's really a passion of mine and I like it. You know what I'm saying? And like, this is it right here too. Like, this is one of the channels I do, and I just like coming on here and spilling the beans. You know what I'm saying? I just like talking, and I like seeing my progress and the journey that I'm on. You know what I mean? But I also have another YouTube channel that I post on that is generating me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on each one, and it's something I'm passionate about and that I see as something that will grow and provide me with that income, so then I can continue to grow until eventually, who knows what exactly the path I'm gonna take. I really don't know that yet. All I know right now is save up my emergency fund, continue contributing to my retirement and my brokerages, and then I'm gonna start putting some money away once like I get that max emergency fund into, I don't know if I want to buy a house to rent out. That's on the mind for sure. We'll see how everything goes. The interest rates aren't really at a good point, but maybe by the time I'm ready, I'll be able to take that jump. But my focus right now is doing those things I really mentioned in the start, and focusing on generating more income. Because generating more income, especially when you're already at a low income, is the thing that will really help you push forward, man. And it's gonna be hard though, because if you get a second job, man, I was there. Second jobs is ass in its own way, but like, you gotta, it depends how you think about it, man. Because if you think about it, like, oh man, I gotta work 2 jobs. I'm like, I have no time for this. I have no time for this. Oh, it's so freaking hard work. It's this, it's this. Like, of course it's gonna suck, man. You have a negative mind. But like, the thing is, you gotta accept the fact that it's gonna suck because it is. But if you have in your mind, like at the time when I was working those 2 jobs, I was like, man, I'm gonna bust my ass right now, save some money up, and create an opportunity for myself, and really grind it out. And not only for myself, but for my family, for the future me. I had that in my mind running all the time. And that doesn't really cure it from it sucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still had bad days, especially going. I was working 7 days a week, no days off. You know what I mean? 10-hour days. Like, it's all right. Like, it's hard, but like, you get through it. And if you have a freaking goal and you're set on achieving that goal, man, it'll make it that much easier. Because you know the struggle that you're gonna go through will end in a beautiful result. You know what I'm saying? And you learn a lot, man. And you see how hard it is to actually do labor all day, every day. And then that will motivate you in itself to, like, you know what? I'm not going to be spending money on this bullshit, man. I'm not going to be spending money on this. Let me start investing so, like, all the money I'm working for doesn't just disappear. You get what I'm saying? And then you start thinking about things differently. You see things differently. And it really helped me change my mindset a little bit, too. Because I was like, I started hating it, like in the sense, like I was like, man, yeah, I'm not working for the rest of my life. Like, let me figure something out. Let me really lock in and work towards creating this for not only myself, but like my family, the people I love. And that's what really kept me going. Because without that vision and that feeling and me knowing that I was doing something not only for myself, it's what really kept me going. Because without that, man, it would really just be hard and you would lose motivation. And by losing motivation, you would just stop and it'll get hard and then you'll fall into the rut. But having that vision, and you don't even need a freaking certain vision, man. If you really just want to change your situation, that's reason enough. You get what I mean? But you're going to have to work. It's going to be hard. But it'll be worth it at the end. But you always got to make sure to take time to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't destroy your body to a certain extent because you're going to have to. I'll be honest. If you don't got the education and you don't got the skills, you will have to be doing that hard labor. But make that hard labor count. And that's why it's important to save and invest, man. And then put some to the side after you have that emergency fund and you're contributing consistently, man. And then when that opportunity comes around, that's when you will take the biggest leap. And you know what? It might not work out the first time. And that's just what's going to happen. Like, have you guys seen in my previous video? I'm down right now like $11,000 on crypto. That was supposed to be my big break. And it still might be. Who knows? We'll see what happens, right? But that for me was supposed to be the big break. That was the reason why I was working my ass off at Amazon and at the factory. And we'll see what happens. But that's not going to make or break me. Because now I'm going to continue to work, get myself back in a position where I can take a risk and take a chance. And of course, learn from that previous one. Maybe take a different approach. Find a safer, not safer bet, but like do more research on the thing you're actually going to be risking. And see what happens, man. And let that cycle repeat and learn and grow from it each time. But keep that emergency fund funded. Keep investing in your future and your retirements. And stay hustling, man. That's the way we're getting out of this. But increase that income. And put that to the side. And wait for those opportunities to come. So that you're ready to jump on them, man. But don't also just wait. Create your own opportunities. Whether it's learning a trade. Going out of your way to go flip some stuff so you can generate more money so then you can put that to a business or to investment, whatever it is. You got to also do that for yourself. So it's not just about sitting around, saving it, tucking it away until something pops up in your face. Sometimes you got to go out and get it yourself. And that's okay. But if you really want to get ahead, man, just know that it's going to take time. And you got to really work for it, man. And you got to sacrifice a lot. But it's not... You shouldn't look at it in a bad way. Because you can still enjoy life. You can still reward yourself with that meal. that thing you like to buy from time to time, whether it's collectibles, freaking shoes, whatever it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But do it responsibly and put your mission first. You get what I'm saying? I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But it's possible. It's a challenge. But we can make it, man. Take care.